And now, the news from our London studios. MTA International brings you the world news.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to MTA News. Huzoor's schedule is unlike any other. In the last 7 days alone, Huzoor has presided over multiple Ameen and Nikah ceremonies, while also leading the funeral prayers of respected Ahmadi Muslims who recently passed away. In addition to this week Huzoor granted an interview to a national newspaper, while also holding official and family mulaqats with hundreds of Ahmadi Muslims. Our focus this week with Huzoor will be on just one of those mulaqats, with a Canadian delegation of Atfal.
Majlis Atfal al-Ahmadiyya Canada were hosted by their UK counterparts on a trip to London last week. Dozens of children who had made the journey could be seen sitting in the front rows of Huzoor's Friday sermon at the Beit al-Futuh Mosque in London. Another highlight of the trip came the following day in the form of an hour-long mulaqat. The first question asked during the session was on Huzoor's feelings following his election in 2003.
How did I feel? Didn't you see my video at the time of the election of Khilafat? I think you should see that video. You can see what were my sentiments, how did I feel. It was a great burden. That is what I felt. So it was not an easy thing. Okay. और आगे क्या कहते हो?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
The next question related to how Atfal should respond to global chaos and terror attacks.
So at this age, you can only pray that Allah Ta'ala save the world from any havoc, which can happen in the world. Okay. Otherwise, the world is leading towards a big disaster and havoc, and nobody knows what will be the outcome of it.
Okay.
So, as an Atfal, you should pray to Allah, that Allah Ta'ala remove all these problems and give sense to the people of the world, and especially to the leaders, world leaders, and so-called clerics, mullahs, who are inciting Muslims to attack the innocent, and in retaliation, the other peoples also, those who are not Muslims, are also trying to take revenge from the Muslims and killing innocent people. So our duty is only to pray to Allah, that Allah Ta'ala save us from all these atrocities. Okay?
Another Atfal guest asked why people had rejected the promised Messiah al-Islam.
तो ये तो उनसे पूछो ना. I can't answer. Even the Holy Prophet ﷺ was not accepted at his time, you see, by Arabs, and later on the Arab people accepted him, and his message spread all across the world. Even it crossed the border of Arabia during his time even. So this is the way Allah says that not everybody will accept my prophet. Only those will accept those who are blessed by me, those who try to seek the right path. So, but although majority of Muslims have not accepted Prophet Messiah al-Islam, but every year quite a good number of Muslims are accepting Prophet Messiah al-Islam. This is why our Jamaat is growing. Even your Sadr Sahib is one of them. So there are quite a number of examples. Even hundreds of thousands of people are accepting. ठीक? So this is how the religious and the communities grow. ठीक है ना? चलो.
Later in the program, a boy asked if Huzoor had been friends with his predecessor, Hazrat Mirza Tahir Ahmad, rahmullah.
How dare I could do it? He was my Khalifa. So I cannot be his friend. I was his humble servant. Huh? Okay.
One questioner requested permission to pursue a career in physics.
The purpose of the Jamaat is to serve the people of the world. Agar physicists chahte hain, then at least you can work for the humanity. But whoever is serving for humanity is good for Jamaat.
Okay.
ठीक है ना? It's not necessary that Jamaat will employ you as a physicist, but if you are working as a physicist, for the sake of the betterment of the world, then we need you.
Okay.
ठीक है ना? Dr. Salam भी थे ना?
हाँ जी.
Then he was a big asset to the Jamaat. ठीक है?
हाँ जी.
तो तुम भी कर सकते हो. You can be Dr. Salam.
Okay.
ठीक है?
Jazakallah.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum, Huzoor. My question is that when on the day of judgment someone is punished for their sins, what happens after that, once their punishment is over?
When the final punishment will be decided for there. Otherwise, immediately after death, the person who does good deeds, he will be rewarded for that, and who is not doing good deeds and doing against all the commandments of Allah, against the commandments of Allah, he will be punished. The punishment starts from the very day the person dies, right? Or final decision of punishment will be taken at the time of judgment. Then the time will come when they complete their punishment. You see, as you see here, some are criminals are given 5-year sentence, some 10-year sentence for life sentence. That is, life sentence is also for 25 years. So the same way, Allah Ta'ala will punish them for certain period of time, and then they will all be asked to go into heaven. See, this is why Holy Prophet ﷺ said, a time will come when there will not be any person in the hell. Allah Ta'ala forgive all of them. But that does not mean that you should not do good deeds. You should try to do good as much as you can, so that from the very first day you go to heaven, instead of passing through a severe punishment which you cannot tolerate. ठीक है?
Later, the topic again turned to Huzoor's life before Khilafat. This time, an Atfal inquired how Huzoor had faced persecution in Pakistan when he was imprisoned for several days as part of an anti-Ahmadiyya campaign based on complete falsehood.
When I was in prison, how did I feel? I didn't feel anything. I thought I'm going to stay here for a longer period of time, but Allah Ta'ala made a plan in such a way that after 10-11 days I was freed from the jail. So anyway, there was no fear in my mind. I was not embarrassed, I was not scared. So I spent my 10 days there. So I cannot say that I was thinking that I am passing through a hard period or enduring some hardships. No, I didn't feel that. Okay? So because I didn't do anything wrong, I was imprisoned for the sake of Allah. So I should happily face that, and that is what I felt. And I was determined that I will remain here for, even if it is 20 years, it doesn't matter.
Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum, Huzoor.
Wa alaikum salam.
Huzoor, my question is, why did Allah Ta'ala give man will, like, to do good or bad?
human beings are the only animals who have been given wisdom and brain to use. Okay? So Allah Ta'ala has given us the option that and told us that these are the good things, these are the bad things. And if you do good deeds, you will be rewarded for that. And the benefit is not going to Allah Ta'ala. Or it's not a game that Allah Ta'ala enjoying that people are doing good and bad. And also ask that these are the bad things, so that those who follow His commandments and do good deeds, they will be rewarded in the hereafter, and they will create peace and harmony in this world. So this is the option given to you because you are the perfect animal in the sense that you have been given wisdom and brain to use it and utilize all your capabilities. Otherwise, other animals, they have only one aspect of their instinct. Okay? Lions, monkeys, dogs, they cannot decide on their own. Rather, they are trained by human beings, so that sometimes if they do something which is against their nature, that is because of the training which human being has given to them. So, you are the best of the animals. This is why you have been given this opportunity to distinguish between good and bad, so that you can create love, peace and harmony here in this world and given reward in the hereafter. Okay?
Assalamu alaikum Huzoor.
Wa alaikum salam.
My question was that जब आप स्कूल जाते थे आप साइकिल पे जाते थे कि पैदल?
मैं पैदल भी जाता था, मैं साइकिल पे भी जाता था, और स्कूल से मेरा एक दो साइकिल चोरी हो गया, उसके बाद मैं पैदल जाना शुरू हो गया। फिर मैं कॉलेज में जाने लगा तो फिर मैंने साइकिल ले लिया। तो उस ज़माने में रवा तो बड़ी स्कैटर्ड किस्म की पॉपुलेशन थी, आबादी थी, कहीं 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 घर होते थे। बाज़ार में से गुजर के हम जो गोल बाज़ार के पीछे पहाड़ी है ना, वहाँ एक दर्रा था, एक पैसेज सा बना हुआ था, उसमें से गुजर के तो आगे गुजर के जाया करते थे स्कूल पैदल। और जब साइकिल पे जाते थे तो उधर जाते थे। उस तो मेटल रोड नहीं होती थी, ना ग्रेवल रोड होती थी, कच्ची सड़क होती थी, मिट्टी में से गुजरते हुए चले जाते थे। ठीक है।
One of the final topics discussed was on whether the permanent home of the Khalifa would ever return to Qadian or Rabwah.
Yes, it can go to Rabwah and Qadian as well, but when, we don't know. Any of the future Khalifa will decide where to go.
Those are selected highlights from the Canadian Atfal Mulakat. We should also mention this week has been an interesting week for publications relating to Huzoor. Al-Hakam recently released a Promised Messiah special, including an interview with Huzoor, which is available on their website, while Abid Khan Saab has published his USA and Guatemala diary about Huzoor's recent tour on pressahmadiyya.com. We now move on to our final segment, the Friday Sermon Summary.
This week's sermon focused on the life and the signs of the promised Messiah alayhi salam. Huzoor related a number of prophecies from the Holy Quran and the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which confirmed the truth of Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad alayhi salam's claim. Further, he quoted extensively from the writings of Hazrat Muslim Maud Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu and narrated a number of inspirational incidents from the promised Messiah's life. At the end of the sermon, Huzoor paid tribute to the victims of the recent terror attack in New Zealand.
वो आखिर में जहन से निकल गया। बहरहाल उसके बाद एक मैंने प्रेस रिलीज़ दिलवा दी थी, जहाँ जमात की तरफ से इस पर इज़हार अफसोस किया गया था। कई बेगुनाह और मासूम और बच्चे मजहबी और कौमी मुनाफरत की भीड़ चढ़ गए और शहीद किए गए। अल्लाह ताला इन सब को रहम फरमाए, रहम का सलूक फरमाए उनसे, और उनके लवाहिकीन को सब्र अता फरमाए। इस मौके पर कुछ बातें बाद में भी आ गई, पर ना बयान करना फ़ायदा इस लिहाज से हो गया کہ نیوزی لینڈ کی حکومت نے اور خاص طور پر وزیر اعظم نے جن اعلیٰ ترین اخلاق کا مظاہرہ کیا ہے اور حکومت کے فرائض ادا کرنے کا حق ادا کیا ہے، وہ بھی اپنی مثال آپ ہے۔ کاش کہ مسلمان حکومتیں بھی اس سے سبق لیں اور مذہبی منافرت کو ختم کرنے میں اپنا کردار ادا کرنے والی ہوں۔ عوام نے بھی پورا ساتھ دیا وہاں کے، سنا ہے کہ آج جمعے کو ریڈیو اور ٹیلی ویژن نے یہ بھی اعلان کیا تھا کہ ہم جمعے کے وقت میں مسلمانوں سے یکجہتی کے سلوک کے طور پر ان کی اذان کا ٹیلی ویژن اور ریڈیو پر اذانیں بھی دی جائیں گی۔ غیر مسلم عورتوں نے، عیسائی عورتوں نے بھی یکجہتی کے اظہار کے طور پر سر پر اسکارف اور دوپٹہ لینے کا اعلان کیا۔ اللہ تعالیٰ ان کی نیکیوں کو قبول کرتے ہوئے ان کو سچائی اور حق پہچاننے کی بھی توفیق عطا فرمائے۔ مسلمان تھے مسجد میں بہت سے، اس قاتل نے، ظالم قاتل نے شہید کیا۔ ایک خاتون کا ٹی وی انٹرویو آ رہا تھا اور غیر معمولی صبر اور حوصلہ دکھایا اس نے، ان کا خامد بھی اور 21 سالہ نوجوان بیٹا بھی اس کے بھیڑ چڑھ گئے، اور وہ اس طرح کے لوگوں کو مدد کرتے ہوئے انہوں نے اپنی جان دی ہے۔ تو بہرحال ایک نیکی کی خاطر اور نیک مقصد کی خاطر جان دی، اللہ تعالیٰ ان سے رحم کا سلوک فرمائے۔ ایک انتہائی قابل افسوس واقعہ ہے، اور وہاں کے مسلمانوں نے تو بڑے صبر اور حوصلے کا مظاہرہ کیا ہے، اور یہی ایک مسلمان سے توقع کی جا سکتی ہے، اور یہی ایک اظہار ہے جو مسلمان کو کرنا چاہیے۔ لیکن بعض شدت پسند گروہوں نے یہ اعلان کیا ہے کہ ہم اس کا بدلہ لیں گے، حالانکہ انتہائی غلط چیز ہے۔ اس طرح پہ دشمنیاں چلتی چلی جائیں گی۔ اللہ تعالیٰ کرے کہ اسلام کے اندر جو شدت پسند گروہ ہیں ان کا بھی خاتمہ ہو، اسلام کی حقیقی اور خوبصورت تعلیم دنیا میں پھیلے، اور مسلمانوں کو بھی اللہ تعالیٰ یہ توفیق عطا فرمائے کہ اکثریت ان کی، بلکہ تمام ہی زمانے کے امام کو ماننے والے ہوں، اور تاکہ پھر ایک ہو کر دنیا میں اسلام کی حقیقی اور خوبصورت تعلیم کو پھیلایا جا سکے۔